We're in the fourth quarter of the early slate. 17 out of the 18 Circa Survivors are in on the early slate. All 17 were either losing or tied. This is unbelievable.
It all comes down to this, the final week of Circa Survivor. Week 18 in the NFL, week 20 here in the contest. 18 entries remain, 14.2 million up for grabs. Derek Stevens, Jeff Benson joining me right here on this desk to reveal who each entry is taking in week number 18.
You know, you get down to this final week and you could say there's some predictability. You look at that availability chart and you see, you know, there was 5 people that had the Bucs. We had no one had the Ravens available. No one has Denver. So you can kind of figure out and see how this entire body of work that was put in by these Circa Survivors throughout the season, how it's all played out and puts them in this position. So obviously the bigger point spread favorites are what they're looking for, particularly from a hedge perspective, because you're getting more bang for your buck on the money line dogs. So yeah, we're off and running. So here we go for our 18 Circa Survivors, the quest for $14.2 million. This last week, the number one selection was the Atlanta Falcons with 8 Circa Survivors taking Atlanta. Number 2, not surprisingly, was the Tampa Bay Bucks. All 5 Circa Survivors that had Tampa took Tampa. In third, both Circa Survivors that had Green Bay available took Green Bay. Then we had 2 Indianapolis Colts selections, and we had 1 Arizona Cardinals selection. So we have a total of 5 teams selected on this final week of the 2024 Circa Survivor.
It's Saturday night before the Week 18 full Sunday slate. Several live Circa Survivors are at Circa for the weekend. First, we check in with the Meatball Brothers.
Well, we're the Meatball Brothers. Obviously, it's been quite a ride here for Circa Survivor, and ultimately, we've known each other for a long time. We got to know each other through actually selling meatballs, believe it or not. Hence, that's where the Meatball Brothers name was born. And
we're meatheads.
Yeah, meatheads, as Angela likes to talk about. But that's how we got here. We're just thrilled to be, making it past Thanksgiving, past Christmas, past last week. We had a lot of stressful days.
We're not sure how we're here.
Yeah.
We're not sure how we're here. But we made it.
Our goal all along was to make it to the final week. We'll worry about that when it happens. And now we're here, and we're at Circa. Now we can start hedging. And that's where all the work throughout the whole season, that's why we're here to get paid and make some money now. So we're not trying to get greedy tomorrow, though. Let's just win the Survivor. We win the whole thing. Yeah, we got the Colts. We feel good about Joe Flacco and the Colts. They're going to come through tomorrow for us, and we're going to be Circa champions tomorrow.
We will win.
Got off VSiN week 18, and we just announced all 18 selections here. This quest for $14.2 million, down to the final 18. A total of 5 different teams selected here tomorrow. 17 out of the 18 are on the early window, with one Circa Survivor took the Arizona Cardinals in the late afternoon game. It's going to be an interesting day. We have, I think, 7 of the Circa Survivors here on property in Circa Las Vegas. We're all going to be hanging out. God, I hope everybody gets through. And we're going to be popping a lot of champagne tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now we check in with the team Papa Joe, who is taking the Atlanta Falcons tomorrow. The Falcons are the top selection for Week 18.
Well, the name's Papa Joe. 1 is the entry name. Yeah, we're here. We're nervous. Really excited for the games tomorrow. Rooting for Atlanta. The pick feels...
We're kind of forced into it.
Yeah, we were kind of forced into it. We felt we didn't have a better option. Pretty nervous about having the most popular team this week. Honestly, it's not the best spot, but...
we had good hedge numbers. It's like 3-to-1 to hedge. This has been well worth the price of admission.
Way more fun than I ever would have imagined.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
Stressful, but very fun.
Come on, boys.
One more play.
Come on, boys. Here we go. It's week 18. Just about to kick off. 18 Circa Survivors left. Split up over 5 different teams. Atlanta Falcons is the #1 selection with 8. After that, the 5 Circa Survivors that had Tampa, they took Tampa. After that, we got 2 on Green Bay, 2 on the Colts, and 1 in the late window with Arizona. Should be one heck of a day.
Week 18 of the NFL, week 20 of Circa Survivor. 17 of the 18 entries are in play right now, and every game is up for grabs. You can only imagine what must be going through these people's minds, their hearts, their bodies as they go for $14.2 million.
We don't care about any of the other games. One fucking stop. But to answer your question, I think I've thrown up 3 times in the last 10 minutes.
I feel okay, but man, this is what we live for, right? This is what it's for. This is what it's all about. My watch keeps giving me heart rate alerts. Like, you need to calm down.
Obviously, we don't want the stress and the anguish for any of our contestants, but 14 million isn't going to come easy. Everybody's up against it right now. Whether you got a hedge ticket in your pocket, no matter what's going on, you feel the tension, you feel the excitement. People are going to go to bed tonight in a very different position in life than they woke up this morning, and that's what it's about.
Hey, Colts are going to get the ball. We're going to march down, score a touchdown, and just end this thing.
One overtime sweat.
Took about 5 years off my life already, so we're going to go down there. Yeah, so I would have liked to finish it right there, but overtime, we're not scared. We're going to go down and march, get a touchdown, end this thing. Come on, please, 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 please. Short! He's short! He's
We just saw the Meatball Brothers get through with a crazy overtime win with the Colts. And there are some other major sweats happening at the same time. Let's go check in with the remaining teams.
I know we're Canadian.
Thank you for running a great contest. That's amazing. It makes the game so much better. I had to move to like 3 different seats just to like switch up the mojo because I was so nervous that the Bucs were gonna lose. That was crazy. The last 2 weeks have been wild because like no one lost for like what 8 weeks, and then last week, and then last week like knocked out like half this field. It was crazy.
Well, Sean, he's a local, so I had him sign me up, right? Yep. So I said, I want to get in this. I've been kind of a spectator of it for years. Give me an entry. About 3 days later, I said, let's do one more entry. Because of taking the Bengals with the original one. And I called and said, let's do one more just for a little bit of insurance. And man, it paid off.
Here with Brian Wood, Dream Stakes was his entry on the Bucs. Go ahead and walk us through a little bit of the emotion that happened as you were watching for the majority of the day with a massive sweat.
Yeah, I mean, that was wild. I mean, you have a 14-point favorite going into last week. You think you're hoping to cruise, obviously, right? And they obviously they're down 16-6 at half. I mean, all of a sudden Spencer Rattler's Patrick Mahomes. Like, I don't know what to think anymore. Baker has like 70 yards passing at the half. The Bucs are fumbling punts and punting at 10 yards. Like, it looks like one of those games. I mean, you watch enough football, it looks like one of those games you're going to lose, you know?
So you win, you celebrate, the champagne comes over, then you turn around and you realize that Carolina is driving. You see they're 11 yards away from scoring a touchdown. Yeah. Your focus changes then, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was focused the whole time. I knew the equity, so like we hedged a little bit just to, you know, it's a huge amount of equity, so you have to hedge a little. And we actually watched over there because, you know, I don't want to root against anyone. Right. It's like so much equity, and I know what it's like to be in that position. And the last thing I want to do is to root against someone. You're not rooting against anyone. You're just rooting for yourself, right? And it's unfortunate that people have to go out for you to make more, but that's just the way the competition is.
It was a defeat, but not a loss. Like, at the end of the day, like, we made money, we had a blast. Like, this was a good thing. Like we didn't lose anything, right? Like we made money, we gained a great experience, we made friends. Like it was pretty cool. It's the whole thing was cool, and so we're not like we're sad. Don't get me wrong, we're not that sad. We made money. We did not get a blue jacket. The elusive blue jacket. If you're gonna go out, you might as well go out in a blaze of glory like that. I mean,
what a game, right? Overtime.
2 overtimes going on. It was all 4 games were close and a sweat the whole time. Like it was the edge of our seats all morning. We're sweating out overtime. There's meatballs dancing on the tables. We've got just chaos, mayhem, and then just the crushing touchdown at the end. But I don't think we wouldn't change anything. That's for sure. Like we had a blast. So.
Right, just got lucky. Honestly, it's all luck. A lot of it's luck.
But you're a millionaire now.
Yeah.
That feels pretty cool.
Feels pretty good. First million is the hardest, as they say.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say. So we'll see how the second million goes.
We're through the morning slate here at Circa Survivor, week number 20, the final week. 18 start today, 10 go down in the early slate, 7 move on. If the one remaining in the afternoon makes it, all 8 entries would be worth $1.7 million. Should the Cardinals fall, they are down currently a little over $2 million per Circa Survivor.
With 1 game remaining, 7 entries make it to 20-0. 5 on the Bucs advance, and 2 on the Colts get through. Unfortunately, though, 10 entries go down. 8 on the number 1 selection Falcons, and 2 on the Packers. The last remaining Circa Survivor, Vodka Johnny, has the Arizona Cardinals at home versus the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm really not here. I'm not feeling anything. I mean, this is surreal, numb. Every play matters. I don't have the words to describe how I feel, how nervous I am, how anxious I am. I'm glad with my best friends in the world, and we're here. You know, Vodka Johnny forever.
Vodka Johnny trying to get home as the number 8 selection. So, man, the thing about the jubilation from those folks who won the Meatball Bros with the Indianapolis Colts, they knew they won, they turned around, and now you just won over $1 million because bye-bye Atlanta.
My boy Todd, my boy Hug, Sharky. This man flew out on a moment's notice, you know? It's amazing. It's amazing. So, you know, I'm going to Disney World. Whatever the hell you say when you do this. Circa Survivor, baby! We did it. You could too. Sorry, I'm spitting. I'm losing everything, man. Woo! I'm coming back next year and I'm winning it again. There it is, back to back.
The Meatballs are 2024 Circa Survivors. They went 20-0. They decided a jump in the pool would be a nice way to celebrate. Go for it, boys.
The quest for $14.2 million is over. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't smooth. The waters were rough. The Colts, the Colts, you need the hard things if you had the Colts to put the paddles. I think that one was live and die, overtime, really. And Tampa was losing at halftime to the Saints, close 14. And Baker got it done. Johnny Vodka, 1 game, he needs Arizona to beat the Niners. Turns out, that's the cigar game of the day. Cardinals win $1.7 million for everybody.
I was hoping to be flying out to Vegas today. Alas, still in Hawaii. Not making the flight to Vegas, not a champion. After having $800,000 or so in equity, maybe the biggest ever Circa Survivor loser. Maybe that's something to hang my hat on. money comes and goes, but the championship, the title, that's what it's all about. So thanks for running it, and see you next year.
Well, everybody, welcome to Andiamo. Ken Carter, thanks for opening up Andiamo for us on this great Sunday night. I just want to tell everybody how appreciative I am that you're spending your time with us tonight. This was one hell of a day we had, and it's a day I know I'll never forget, our team will never forget. Sweating this out with everybody here was amazing, and really for the first time for us, not everybody made it through today, so this was a pretty volatile day. I should know the number now. Maybe Jeff, you know, 1.775 million to each of you. Congratulations.
How we feel? We're gonna feel real good when we get that check in our hands.
We feel unbelievable.
I think we finally have slept a few more hours than we have in the last few weeks, and it's very exciting. But it still hasn't sunk in. I don't think what's happening here.
Look, we were stressed. The worst case scenario would have been a tie. Derek said short. He was just as happy as we were. It's a class act, and couldn't think of a better person to celebrate with. It's been an awesome
You can
ride.
watch it 100 times. Derek started jumping before anyone, and it was incredible.
We had champagne, and he was genuinely really happy for us.
That was a fucking experience. That was a sweat of a lifetime. It was literally the best sports experience, the best life experience ever. Like, literally, that was the moment of a lifetime.
Like he told me, it's the Super Bowl of bettors, of sports bettors. This is it. Yeah.
This is the World
And I'm proud to be Canadian, but you know what? I'm even prouder to be a Pumba Pack.
Won a fucking $1 million each. No, Mike, I can't believe we're at check ceremony.
Here it
is. Season just flew by.
Almost a year ago, we sit down, try to figure out what we're going to do this year.
Yeah.
Here we are, in the middle of the greatest 5-day stretch of football. National semifinal, and then the Super Wild Card weekend. And really, the crescendo of the whole weekend is the check ceremony tonight.
For me, I love seeing it when people are bringing their spouses, their neighbors, their friends. It's pretty amazing. After going through what everybody went through this football season, to be able to celebrate with a group is pretty special.
Mike, over at the D, it's a check ceremony. Normally we're over at Circa. We're doing this thing super professional. Instead, we're here, everybody's having fun, cutting loose because they're about to get the big checks.
It's a party here. We got an open bar. We're about to give out some really big checks for really big amounts. 8 people cashing out, 1.78 million for Circa Survivor. You gotta love the vibes in this room, Matt.
It is a long journey from the spring when we get together to figure out the rule sets and any tweaks we're going to make with the contest each year till we arrive at this night, which is the culmination of a lot of love, a lot of sweat, a lot of emotions, a lot of tears, and a lot of joy.
This is the first time we met in person. It all started a few years ago when Corey messaged me on Twitter saying, hey, you seem like you're a smart guy, you bet sports. If you want to discuss strategy at all, let me know. And it all grew from there.
Me and Cade both won together in 2020, I think was the Survivor year, the first year we won.
I'm piggybacking off of success and greatness. But fortunately we had Baker Mayfield, and no better person to trust with 1.7 million with Baker Mayfield.
We've never had people before, but we love them.
That's a big check. Let's go. Good.
Me and him are roommates, so a lot of times we would host people to watch the games.
They would all come over. We would like sweat out the games.
Chaos at their place, man.
A lot of yelling, cursing, and just all in between.
Derek Circa, fucking thank you. That's the guy right there.
What a night. All the big checks have been given out here. The enthusiasm of not just the winners, but their families and their friends. The emotions here tonight, very, very awesome.
Survivor. The quest for $14.2 million has officially wrapped. What a season it was. Next year will be even bigger. Guaranteed.